All right, now to help us make sense of this electoral verdict that, of course, has come through, we're joined by Mr. Sandeep Ghosh, who's an author and a political commentator, and he's joining us live on this broadcast. Mr. Ghosh, what is your reading on the verdict that has, of course, been delivered, where Maharashtra has gone to the BJP-led alliance and the JMM has gone the way of the India alliance? Is it even Stevens in this case, or how do you view this verdict?
No, the two propositions are entirely different between Maharashtra and Jharkhand. And I would rather start with Jharkhand because Jharkhand results can probably get overshadowed. Maharashtra may overshadow the Jharkhand results, so they merit a little greater analysis. First of all, Jharkhand, one must give credit to the tribal leader, Hemant Soren's victory. And it's clearly his victory more than that of an India alliance.
Right.
And what the lesson there for BJP is, for whatever they tried, there is no substitute for local leadership. BJP had, systematically decimated many of its state leaders since in their entire high of 2014 after Narendra Modi came to power, and they really didn't rebuild some of those state leaderships in many places. And Jharkhand is a classic case in point. And so despite doing well, despite a lot of mobilization at the tribal level, BJP could not convert Jharkhand.
Right.
Whereas if you see BJP's success stories in the other states, not just Maharashtra, if you go back, whether it's been UP, Madhya Pradesh, everywhere, wherever BJP has had a strong local leadership, they have. It has been much easier for them to come around. And that's what's happened in Maharashtra. But before you ask me again on Maharashtra, I would reiterate, I think Jharkhand is has been a localized election. And in that, the local tribal phase, the local leadership, they have scored over BJP, right, and it has to be seen as such.
All right, interesting. Now, just to talk about Maharashtra, the question that a lot of people would be wondering about is, because there was a lot of confusion about who is the real Shiv Sena and who is the real NCP. Do you think that debate has now been put to rest through this verdict?
I think that debate, to put it that way, would be a little simplistic. Whether that has been put to rest or not, but I think what's been done, you see, people mistook the Lok Sabha election verdict to be a mandate against BJP or in favor of the MVA, Mahavira. But it was BJP's performance in the Lok Sabha was a function of many of its own mistakes. And they realized where all they made the mistake. There was a degree of overconfidence. They tried to, their whole politics of washing machine politics, etc. What people talk about, acquisition style, getting everybody into the thing and alienating their own cadres. And all of that was contributed to their poor performance. So BJP got its act together very quickly. Right. It set its house in order and, corrected all those mistakes. Whereas I think the MVA, which kind of benefited essentially of the negative voting against BJP, rested on its laurels without really working out a concrete alternative vision or a strategy for the Maharashtrian people, which the people saw through. And that's how, it's very easy for BJP to salvage.
Right.
Now, coming to your question about which is the real Shiv Sena or the real NCP. Forget, it's not a question of the real Shiv Sena. What did the Shiv Sena stand for?
All right.
Now, in the Lok Sabha elections, they blamed Eknath Shinde to be a usurper of Balasaheb's, legacy. But what Uddhav Thackeray did was to actually abdicate that legacy by going and, forsaking Balasaheb's Hindutva plank and platform and, swinging the other way, going away from the core values of, or whatever, quote unquote, whatever the core proposition of the Shiv Sena. So thereby he has legitimized Eknath Shinde, who said, see, it's not a question of the title or the surname. It's one who stands for those, what Balasaheb stood for. And I am standing steadfast on that. And thereby he has claimed that legacy. Right. The same situation in the NCP.
Very interesting. Now, my final question to you, because we're short of time, is there's a lot of speculation on who will be the next Chief Minister in Maharashtra. Will the BJP persist with Eknath Shinde, or are we looking at a change of the person who will be sitting in the Chief Minister's chair in Maharashtra?
I think these are, I wouldn't consider that to be a very, very relevant, question as of now. Is a question of how they get the government together and how they deliver governance subsequently.
Right.
Because the arrangement which was there, right now everybody knew who was calling the shots. I think Eknath Shinde and Fadnavis came to a very good understanding with each other, and I don't think there is any real issue
All right.
between who they need to put, and I don't think BJP is going to very easily disturb those equations just on the high of getting these election such thumping majority in this election, which is ahead of maybe even their own expectations.
All right, very interesting. We'll have to leave it there. Thank you very much indeed, Mr. Ghosh, for joining us and getting us that perspective there.
Thank you. Pleasure being with you. Bye.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.